Good afternoon, good morning. It's Mark Johnson from Loyalty360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. I want to welcome you to a Loyalty University preview session on Friday, July 14th at 11 a.m. Loyalty360 will present another virtual workshop in our Loyalty University series. Loyalty University is our recently rolled out market-driven continuing education application platform. In this edition, we'll focus on preference centers and zero-party data, what it is and how to use them in the customer loyalty arena. Digital consumer journeys are very important to brands these days, understanding where they are from acquisition to engagement to retention, and most importantly, customer loyalty. But using the right data in the right manner is very important. So building that digital experience that creates the opportunity for increased engagement and a deeper customer loyalty opportunity is very important. And we will have Pam Ehrlichman, who's the Chief Evangelist Officer for Jebbit. Jebbit is one of the leading zero-party data platforms and engagement platforms, quiz commerce platforms in the industry. So they will be able to give some case studies and best practices of how to be leveraging zero-party data. How are you, Pam?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. A lot to fit in there. Looking forward to the presentation on July 14th. Can you give us a brief overview of what you plan to speak about during the Loyalty University session on the 14th?
Yeah, so I took the word workshop literally. This is going to be a hands-on workshop for sure, and we're going to break it out into three parts. The first piece is going to be what experiences align best to your marketing objectives. So based on what you're trying to do, where in the journey you are, what are the best experiences to create value and drive engagement? Part two of that is now, once you've got them in, what are the right questions to ask? What is the data that matters to your brand that is really meaningful and useful versus sort of the data that maybe we've been hooked on forever and isn't really actually that helpful for driving personalization and engagement? And then the last piece, of course, is now once you have the data, how do you activate it? What are the quick, like kind of low-hanging fruit, easy ways to put that in action to drive ROI for your brand? If there is time, we may actually get in and start building a first experience, Mark. Otherwise, maybe that'll be workshop part two when we actually build.
Okay, workshop part two could be interesting as well. Looking forward to the session either way. And Pam, when you look at the session, who best would benefit from attending this Loyalty University session?
At a high level, anyone trying to drive more revenue for their organization, for sure. But I think people who are focused on how do they create better consumer experiences, thinking about incorporating value exchanges, and again, better, more two-way communications would be one. I think two, anyone who is focused on capturing more first and zero-party data and more emotional data would be another great candidate to attend. And then lastly, anyone who is thinking about how do I activate data? How do I do more simple personalization that's meaningful and drive results? I think those are the, maybe three core objectives.
Okay. And what are a few key takeaways that one can expect to learn from the Loyalty University session you're going to be presenting?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of talk about value exchanges and gamification. There may be a quick game of buzzword bingo in this session too. But I think what are the key value exchanges that really drive engagement would be one key takeaway. I think really it's going to be, again, hands on keyboard. I think focusing on where the person attending should get started. We're going to talk through based on their objectives and goals for the year, like what is the right moment in the life cycle, where should they focus? And then we're also going to do some priority data mapping. So I think there's, again, going to be a lot of really tangible, tactical key takeaways that they can immediately apply to their business.
Okay. And for those who may not be familiar, can you give us a brief overview and introduction to Jebbit, what you guys do, how you do it, and your role within the organization?
Yeah, sure. Jebbit is a SaaS platform that lets brands go in and build all different kinds of interactive consumer engagements. So think about product finders and personality quizzes and trivia, even the fun, like non-strategic things like spin the wheels and things like that. There's lots of ways to quickly and easily build on-brand experiences that provide consumers a better experience. With that, while you're creating those experiences, of course, it is also the part of zero-party data comes into play. What are the questions in these experiences you want to ask and learn about your consumers to not only personalize in the moment, but personalize that post-moment experience as well? So our platform is really about quickly and at scale building these great experiences that will ultimately help you capture a ton of zero-party data and feed it back into your tech stack.
Excellent. Well, Pam, thank you very much for taking the time to give us an overview of the session. Looking forward to hearing more on the 14th, and it should be quite impactful.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you on the 14th, and have a wonderful day.